as a solo female, I've lived in an RV for a decade, 10 years. I just bought this one about a month ago, and I have an awning that is a super duper mess. Well, it's not a mess, it's dirty though. I've got to get this clean. I'm going to see like what I can do to clean it as best as possible. As you can see, it's mostly that stripe right there of ugliness, but that is mold and ickiness. So we're just going to clean it today. I'd like to eventually replace this one because this RV is my daily driver, meaning I don't have anything else to take me into town. So this is a 25-foot Class C. I've got to move this anywhere I want to go. So I need moving to be as easy as possible. And that means not having to put a manual awning out and bringing it in. With an electric awning, if I can get that on here, you press a button, it goes out, press a button, comes back in. Nice. My name is Kelly. I just started this channel. I appreciate you being here. We're going to go check out this awning and see how clean I can get it. Especially because I'm a woman and because I have done this for 10 years, people tend to ask a lot of questions. So feel free to shoot in the comments any questions that you may have, the things that you want to see and want to know. The channel is new. I do live fully off grid, except right now. Right now I am plugged in. Long story, but that's how it's happening right now. I live a fully off grid on public lands, and I have to provide everything for myself. That means my water, I have to hold my waste, I have to have propane on board, I got to bring my food, I got to have my own electricity. All these things come with their own challenges. It's doable, but definitely different than sticks and bricks life. All I'm using for this cleanup is a little bit of water, a little scrub brush, and I have my awesome cleaner. It's called LA's Awesome, and it is awesome stuff. I think it does tend to work better when it's not as diluted as I have it. But also know that the stuff can be harsh on certain surfaces. So if you're not sure, there's a spider. It's unusual. Hey, dude, we don't need to be in here. Oh, okay, do you see him? Here he is. Oh, God, oh, God, oh, God. Okay, out you go. Oh, that was great. Oh, little dude just gave me some fun footage. Okay, anyway, yeah, watch out for the LA Awesome cleaner. I don't worry about using it on this vinyl because it's super tough stuff. And again, I've already talked about wanting to replace this. That'll be down the road, but I do want to replace it. So not worried about it at all. I actually wish I had some straight up LA's Awesome because I did my the awning on my travel trailer with it and it got everything off. This is my RV. That's my old house. I lived in that van for 3 years, just over 3 years. And I bought this because I wanted more space. And the ladder you see here, that is not my ladder. That belongs to the people's house I'm parked at. And that is one of the few reasons why I'm parked here and not out on public land like I normally am, is because there's things that I need to do that require, number one, being close to town, because you have to run into town for supplies. Number two, having an address to be able to send packages to, get things from Amazon and such. And three, for materials like a giant ladder. This is not a video about how to clean an RV awning. It's more about, hey, welcome to Kelly, and this is my lifestyle. Are you interested in learning more about it? And is it something you think that you would want to do? Okay, this is going to work really well. It's coming off quite nice, so I need a towel. Honestly, I don't even know if the Awesome is going to be necessary. Scrub brush gets it right off. Look at that. Can you see that from down there? Yeah, we're not going to make this perfect. I don't really care enough. I like things neat and clean, but the awning is not something, again, I'll have out much or that I really care too much about. I just don't want it to look this bad. There we go. Definitely cramped up here. Not my kind of job, but hey, it's dripping all over me. Good time. This is a good time to inspect for tears or for it to be pulling away from the connection here. That's when you know you've got a problem. But you don't want tears either. Got a little bit of one over here in the corner. Yeah, this has been patched up a little bit. That's okay. Let's move it over. I am a little bit picky, so I'm going to clean the end a little bit better here. All right. Very good. These, oh, I really like to keep my screens clean though, and they get dirty. You can't see in, and it's hard to see out. So I do wipe down my window, my screens every now and then. Keep those suckers clean and pretty. After Burning Man, everything's gonna be a hot mess. You see a humongous difference there. Okay, easy peasy. Look at that. Now, I would never recommend a black awning. Why? Well, hope it's obvious. It absorbs heat, and then you feel the heat coming right on down. It's terrible. My travel trailer had a partially black awning, and boy, I rarely could use it just because of that. So, again, we'll see how long I have this one. So there's some patch spots up here, and I think it's real sticky around them. I think the glue has somehow leached out, so I don't think around the patches will get real pretty, but it's okay, we don't care. Okay, kiddos, what do we think? It's better. Hopefully it doesn't smell musty anymore either. Old Wilson said it stunk. Yeah, these are just taped. That's old tape. Perhaps that's, what do you call it? Oh, come on, I know the name of the stuff. Eternabond. That stuff, man, once it's on, it doesn't come off, but it can slide around, and I think that's what's happened. There's just leftover glue that's making it catch dirt and debris. My awning is not fully out either, because that's even more work to put it all the way out. So I tend to just put it halfway out, but you have to be very, very, very careful that a gust of wind doesn't catch it, because it'll tear it right off your RV. Guaranteed. And yeah, so I don't like it to have it completely out. I just tend to just roll it out, lock it in place if I can. I'm not experienced with this awning yet, but be careful with that if you get an RV. One of the main reasons I even did that is because yesterday it got up to 82 degrees in here. The exterior temperature was somewhere between 70 and 72 as the high. I'm surprised this RV is getting that warm in this cool of temperatures. And awning naturally helps, except this one is black. It does not help a lot because it literally grabs heat and then drops it right down. Like you can feel it when you're under it. You feel a temperature change. Even so, hopefully it will help keep the sun off this side of the RV, and this side is the south side. And currently it's 76.2. Earlier it did get up to 77 in here, so the awning is obviously helping some, probably a lot, or else it would probably already be 80 or 81 in here, and it is about noon. And this is Phoenix, Arizona. On the agenda eventually will be an electric awning. I'm getting a 12-volt air conditioner. I do have a 120-volt air conditioner I can use when I have the generator on. And these are just some of the things that's part of RV life. The daily, like checking your batteries. Where do they stand? Did they charge up overnight? And I mean, there's not a ton of things you have to do on the daily, but there just are things that definitely are different than your house life. And they're good to know. If you don't know until you know. So those are the big ones. And again, this is mostly off-grid stuff. You're going to be doing things like listening for your water pump. If your water pump is on all the time, which some people leave it on all the time, some others don't. Mine, I have been, like the past couple of weeks, it's just been on. If you hear it every now and then, just do that. Very good chance you are losing water somewhere in your line, because what's happening is the pressure is decreasing enough until the water pump needs to do its job, and it kicks on just for a second to get that pressure back up. And Marshall just found a water leak in his van that's had to have been leaking since he bought the van, which is 3 years ago. His would cycle a little bit, but it was just so infrequent. He just kind of thought, oh, it's just losing its own pressure. No, there was a leak. His shower, one of the connections, the screw connections, was not threaded right, and it allowed just enough space for water to just trickle out. And the other night he was sitting there and he just heard dripping water. It's amazing that somehow in 3 years suddenly he heard dripping water, but he did, it's taken care of, and now his water pump doesn't cycle. So it's things like that you'll watch out for, you'll listen to, like your lights, you'll watch if they start dimming or something, immediately you've got a problem. If you're on public land, you can't stay there for eternity. You have to usually move every 2 weeks. So you're going to have to be making sure you know what day it is, and to watch your calendar, and to figure out where you are going to be next. And you have to check the weather for that next place, because you don't want to go where it's snowing. You don't want to go where it's really cold or it's really hot. You kind of follow the weather in this lifestyle. At least I do. This is just one way to RV. There's lots of ways people RV. Some people stay in campgrounds all the time, do it part of the year. Some people do it full time. Others just twice a year, vacation. But I'd say most people do campgrounds. I've done public lands for 10 years. I love it. It's free. You have the most beautiful views. You have a constantly changing new environment that's very stimulating for our brains, our creativity, everything. And again, you have to there's a lot of planning that goes into that. So that is also a part of the life. Making a living on the road. That's another huge one that people ask all the time. Personally, I started off with a little part-time job and a house I rented out. That was my income, and it was enough. Maybe not quite enough, but still. There's work camping jobs people can do. You can work online. I started a company with Wilson over there. We had that company for 7 years. Ran that. That was our income for all that time, and then we sold it a couple of years ago, and I'm looking for my next venture, because no, I am not set for retirement. I'm eating through my savings as we speak. And so that is part of why I'm doing the YouTube channel. I love TikTok. I'm on TikTok, but they don't pay. I'm here, need to get it together and figure out what it is here that I can share with you that is of value to you. And I'm going to tell you now, those things are probably going to be RV life, Burning Man, and maybe other festivals, raves, music, psychedelics, plant medicine. Those are the things I love, I am passionate about, and I am wanting to share here with you. So I hope you stick around, and thanks for being here anyway.